8 hours from now, you'll be staring down a teenager with a cheap sword swearing he's going to free the world from your evil, while all you wanted was to finish combing your hair. But hold on, right now, you're just waking up at the bottom of a cave that smells like sulfur and regret. Today you woke up, but there's a problem. You are Echidna, the mother of all monsters. You open your eyes. Your beautiful eyes, it should be said, because from the waist up, you're the kind of woman who could launch 1,000 ships. Perfect skin, dark hair that falls in silky waves, eyes that have made gods stutter. But then you try to stretch, and remember that from the waist down, you are approximately 15 meters of serpent covered in scales that have never seen sunlight. The contrast is so absurd that I almost feel sorry for you. Almost. The cave is damp. The cave is always damp. You've lived here for centuries because Zeus decided this would be your permanent address, a prison disguised as a home. You can't leave, not because there are chains or bars, but because the god's curse is more creative than that. You simply exist to be here, waiting for heroes, waiting for the deaths of your children, waiting for news of a husband you will never see again. Breakfast is a deer you hunted last night on the outskirts of the cave, the only moment you can leave, when no mortal is watching. You eat in silence. Silence is your most faithful companion lately. It used to be different. There was a time when this cave was noisy, chaotic, full of life, full of children. You look toward the corner where Cerberus used to sleep when he was a puppy. 3 little heads snoring in sync, 6 little eyes that would open every time you walked by, 3 tails wagging. He was a good boy, still is, technically, but now he belongs to Hades, guards the underworld. You haven't seen him in centuries. Sometimes you wonder if he still remembers your scent. The Hydra also grew up here, all those heads competing for your attention, each one with a different personality. The middle head was the most affectionate. The one on the left was the troublemaker. You remember feeding each one separately because they'd fight over food. You remember how much work it took. You remember loving every second. Heracles killed her, burned the neck so the heads wouldn't grow back. You felt it when it happened. Mothers feel these things. You screamed so much that day that the cave walls still have cracks. The worst part is that you always knew it would happen. You always knew. Zeus didn't imprison you here out of random cruelty. He imprisoned you here with purpose. You and your children exist for one single function, to be obstacles, tests, steps on the ladder of glory for heroes who need to prove their worth. Your entire family is a trial, and the prize for passing the trial is the corpse of your children. Morning advances and you do what you always do. Keep the cave tidy. It's pathetic, I know. The mother of all monsters, terror of mortals, arranging rocks and cleaning old bones. But what else are you going to do? There's nowhere to go, no one to visit, no future, only an eternal and repetitive present. You pass a corner of the cave where Orthrus's claw marks still are. Your 2-headed dog, Cerberus's brother. He was smaller, gentler. He liked to lie in your serpent coils and be petted on both heads at once. Heracles killed him too. Of course he did. It was the 10th labor or the 11th. You've lost count. For Heracles, it was just another item on his to-do list. For you, it was another child who doesn't come back. I could give you advice here on how to deal with grief, but honestly, you've been dealing with it for millennia. There's no advice that covers that. Around midday, not that you know what time it is, the sun doesn't come in here. You do what you do every day. Sit near the cave entrance and think about Typhon, your husband, the father of your children, the only being who ever looked at you whole, the beautiful woman and the monstrous serpent, and found you perfect. Typhon was pure chaos, a titan so powerful that the gods of Olympus fled from him. He had 100 dragon heads, eyes that spat fire, and a voice that made mountains tremble. And he was gentle with you. He made you laugh. He called you my beautiful abomination, and you found it romantic. Zeus defeated him. Of course he did. Zeus always wins. That's the script. Now Typhon is trapped beneath Mount Etna, and every time the volcano erupts, you know it's him trying to escape, trying to come back to you. He never manages. He never will. But he keeps trying. And that, in some twisted way, still makes you feel loved. You close your eyes and remember the last time you saw him, the battle against Zeus. Typhon, fighting not for power, not for revenge, but because the gods had threatened you and the children. He lost protecting you all, and the reward for all that devotion was an eternity of separation. The afternoon arrives and brings with it a familiar feeling. Someone is coming. You sense it before you hear it, because after so many centuries, your body recognizes the approach of heroes the same way normal people recognize a change in the weather. It's an instinct, a horrible instinct. You position yourself in the dark part of the cave, where your scales blend with the shadows. The beautiful part of you is lit by the little light that comes in. It's a natural, biological trap. You hate that your own body was designed for this. The hero enters. He's young, too young. He holds a sword that was clearly a gift from some minor god trying to gain relevance. He wears armor that doesn't cover the right spots. He's trembling, but trying to hide it. You've seen hundreds like him. Most don't survive the first 5 minutes. "Echidna!" he shouts, and his voice cracks at the end. "I've come to end your reign of terror." Reign of terror. You almost laugh. Your reign of terror consists of living in a damp cave, eating deer alone, and thinking about your imprisoned husband. Very terrifying. "Do you know who I am?" you ask, and your voice comes out more tired than threatening. "The mother of monsters, the abomination who—" "No," you interrupt. "I asked if you know who I am, not the title." Me. He hesitates. Of course he hesitates. No one ever asked him that. No one ever told him that monsters are people. "I am a mother," you continue. "I had children. I loved each one of them. I fed them, cared for them, watched them grow, and then heroes like you came, one after another, and killed them. Cerberus was taken away. Hydra was burned. Orthrus was shot down like he was game. The Chimera, my daughter who breathed fire and never hurt anyone who didn't deserve it, was killed by Bellerophon, riding a winged horse. If you're enjoying this story and want more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Seriously, it's free, and you're helping me keep bringing these stories. Now, back to the hero, about to have an existential crisis. The boy is confused now, the sword trembling more. This wasn't in the script the gods gave him. Monsters weren't supposed to talk like this. Monsters were supposed to attack and die gloriously. "I didn't choose to be this," you say. "I didn't choose this form. I didn't choose this cave. I didn't choose to be the proof of valor for teenagers with a hero complex. Zeus chose for me. The gods decided that my family would exist only to be destroyed, so that humans could feel special." You slide forward, and now he sees it all. The full body, the beauty and the horror united. The perfect woman, fused with the giant serpent. Your eyes meet his, and you see the exact moment he understands that you are not an obstacle. You are a tragedy. "So go ahead," you say. "Kill me. Win your glory. Go back to your city and tell them you defeated the terrible Echidna. Let them make statues. Let the bards sing of your bravery. And when you're old, surrounded by grandchildren, remember this moment. Remember that your fame was built on the back of a mother who just wanted her family back." The silence is long. The boy lowers his sword. His hands tremble, but now for different reasons. I didn't know. Nobody knows. Nobody wants to know. It's easier to kill monsters when they're just monsters. He leaves. This one leaves. Not all of them do. Some attack anyway. Glory is a potent poison, but this one still had enough humanity in him. Maybe. Or maybe he'll come back tomorrow, after convincing himself that you were lying, that monsters are manipulative by nature. Night falls. You return to the interior of the cave, to the darkness that is your only constant. The loneliness weighs more at night. It always has. During the day, you can distract yourself, pretend you're just waiting, that eventually things will change. At night, there are no excuses. At night, you are just a mother alone in a cave with the ghosts of dead children and the memory of a husband who will never touch you again. You lay your serpent coils in a formation that has become automatic after millennia. You close your beautiful eyes. At Etna, kilometers away, there is a faint tremor. Typhon is restless tonight. Maybe he's thinking of you too. Maybe, in some way that transcends physical imprisonment, you are still connected. You sleep, if it can even be called that. Another day ends. Another day identical to thousands of others, and tomorrow? Tomorrow you wake up again, tidy the cave again, think of Typhon again, and perhaps, if the gods are particularly bored, another hero will show up to remind you that your existence is a cosmic joke. I close here because there's no happy ending to give you. Greek mythology was not written to comfort monsters. It was written to glorify those who kill them. You are a background detail in the stories of heroes, a footnote in the journey of people like Heracles, and perhaps that's the most monstrous part of all. Not your body, not your children, but the fact that you were made to suffer in silence while others receive applause. Sleep well, Echidna. Tomorrow it all starts again, and the day after, and the one after that, forever.